Hi everyone, today we're making a video and the title is Why Your Partner Follows So Many Women on Instagram and the Truth Behind Their Actions. And I know there's so many people that have dealt with this type of behavior before. I've previously dealt with it before. And I didn't really know like the degree of the importance of it and what it actually means. So today we're going to be talking about why your partner would do that, what it means, how to heal from that, and how to go about it. I mean, like I don't even feel like we talk about that as women. I don't feel like we talk about, why your boyfriend is following so many girls, even if they're just celebrities. To me, I find something wrong with that. I find it very weird that someone that is supposed to have eyes for you is just looking at other girls, especially in today's age. Everything is very sensual, everything is very not private anymore. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Um, so man, this is like a crazy one too. I'm just gonna go off the bat and just go from there. We're just gonna talk about it because if you disagree, if you agree, just let me know because no one's right or wrong. It's just opinions, just my thoughts. Even if I was wrong, who cares? I'd like to know your guys' thoughts, opinions. So go ahead and comment on why you think men will follow a bunch of women on their Instagram. Personally, I believe, as a quick summary, I believe that your partner is dissatisfied with himself as a man. I would say that he can't find value in anything, even in a girlfriend. And I think the girlfriend is just a physical representation of just wanting pleasure. I do believe that, from speaking of my experience actually, when I went through it, it was something that wasn't instant. I mean, I seen it like a little bit. It's like, okay, you're following people that are local, tattoo artists, models, simple stuff. Um, and like after like a year and a half, I noticed like there were so many girls on there. And I'm like, why do you have so many girls on there? Like it like to me it's cheating. Just because like it takes one thought to do something, it takes one look at a person, even for a woman. Like it takes one look from a woman to a man to know like I'm interested. So like the double tapping, the commenting, the DMing, the stories. I remember there was one time I had went on a trip with my partner in the past, my ex, and we had like a really good trip. Like we went to Utah, we went to Zion, and he was working at like a porter at like a dealership, and they were like, go put some miles in the car. So we drove all the way to from like Vegas to Zion, and we went to go eat like lunch. Like it was so fun, and then like we had such a good time, like good conversations and everything. And then we go back to his job, and we go to his house. And he's taking a shower, and I get this like message from this girl, like obviously a OF girl, but I get a message from her and she's just sending me a screenshot of like all the times that my partner from the past had like favored her story or like voted on her thing, and it was like very sensual. And she was like, "Well, I saw you on his page, so I just want to message you." And like I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to do because I knew that he was following girls. I knew he was like doing these things, and it wasn't like really much to me. I'm like, okay, well, like back then I used to think like, okay, porn is porn. Like it's not cheating or it's not weird, or the fact that you follow like certain girls, like whatever, they're just girls, right? You would never talk to them. You're always with me type of thing. And at first I didn't really see a thing with it. I thought maybe she's just trying to make me jealous or something like that. Cause like there was a bunch of guys, like she was just doing thirst traps. So I don't know why she did that. I don't know how she even really I don't know what her motive was, but she just wanted to let me know supposedly. So I actually like told him after the shower, I was like, this girl messaged me and like showed me that you've been voting on her stories and like overdoing it on her stuff, like DMing her, double liking, commenting, and all this stuff. And he just said, I'm so sorry, I'll never do it again. I'll unfollow her, whatever. But it didn't solve anything, because a few months later, there was more girls like that. It just replaced it. I remember there was another time too where it was his sister's birthday, his younger sister's birthday, and we had like her friend come over and we went to like a museum, a really cool museum here in Vegas. And I spent so much fucking money, y'all. Like we went to Omega Mart and like I spent a little bag on that. Like I spent food, I drove us there, like I met the little girl's mom, like I did the most, And as we got the food, I saw him on his phone. And he was on Instagram and he was looking at a girl's like video and like it had her chest like together. And I'm like, what are you having fun? Like what you're looking at? Like what the hell are you doing? And it was so weird. He was like, why are you looking at me? Like, look at this girl's page. Like, what are you like? That's your fault. And I'm like, first of all, you're weird for looking at that type of girl. That was weird. But it was like, it became like, to me, it seemed like it became something that he just did to a habit, to like an addiction. And that's why I'm really against like pornography, is because I believe that it could become an addiction. And I believe that the type of photos being taken come from a woman that is seeking validation. And I find that very sad. Having to experience that myself, just looking at the girls that he would follow, screamed like, I need validation. I need approval. I need something because I'm empty on the inside. And it reflects back on him because he's feeling the same way. Otherwise, you wouldn't be looking at girls that have that vibe to them. And it was just thirst traps. And I mean, it's up to you to consider what you think is cheating. But to me, that's cheating because when you're as a man, I feel like I'm really good at like thinking as a man's mind. Like, but I feel like when men do this, I feel like they are almost picturing them with her. And when it's like very intimate, like these photos with the eyes, and like I said, it only takes one look for you to like look at a woman and know that like, hey, I'm interested. So the fact that you're looking at these women post all these sensual photos and do these sensual things and always message you, like it's one thought away. Like what's one message? If you're liking all her pictures and she's liking all your pictures, like it's only a DM away, only a comment away. And just because you delete it doesn't mean it's really gone. Just because you unfollow doesn't mean the issue's really solved. So, with that being said, I just noticed that these little signs led to cheating, but and it made me think about my partner a lot differently because the fact that he was looking at a certain type of girl and I wasn't that girl. So I was like, why do I look so different compared to the girls that you're looking at? And it somewhat made me insecure because I didn't know how to handle that. I didn't have anyone to go to for that. And a lot of women at the time like didn't find a problem with men following girls, or like they'd be like making memes about it, about like, oh, like when your man follows all the girls, and they don't talk about what they do and how they solve it. Like they just keep it like that. I don't know. I think it's really weird. But to me, I feel like every girl on his following is his internet girlfriend. Look, I believe that they're all placeholders and backups for when you're not around. Because all it took for him is to go into the bathroom, watch her video, delete it. The fact that he watched it on his like recent searches or whatever, and like it's gone. So like even like porn, like when you watch porn, you just delete the tab, you delete all the nasty little but like all the websites that they have on there, you just delete it as if it never happened and you feel kind of disgusted with yourself. And I feel like that's what happens with, you know, people that overindulge in following a women, same as men. I also believe that they can't find fulfillment. Like even if it's someone like he really cares about you or he really likes you, I just feel like he just can't find fulfillment in the things that he has. Like he's empty, and I feel like that stems from childhood. Um, Also, too, as I'm reading my notes, um, I feel like they want extra attention. Like that's the reason why I say that, is because I feel like they want a type of validation as well. from women online that don't know him. And I think it's easier sometimes to talk to people that you don't know for some. And I don't know, I just feel like you're dating those girls, like you're literally checking up on those girls. Like you're literally like stalking them in the way, like you're following them, you're looking at their stuff, you're always keeping up with them. And I think it's so heartbreaking for a woman in this time because it's like for women to feel like that's something impossible to ask for, like don't follow any girls. Like I've seen some men that follow like a bunch of celebrities, and I've seen a few TikToks on it too, like rarely, but I've seen a few TikToks of like men telling other men to stop doing that because you're preserving your energy, like preserve your energy for your woman. Like how are you going to perform for your woman? How are you going to like please her if you can't even please yourself with what you have? Like how can you like it's distracting you. It's getting in the way. Like look at motivational videos. Look at ways to make money. Like look at ways to start a business instead of just looking at women that will never do anything other than just provide for you online. And it's like I look at the comments. Sometimes I would find girls that do the same type of content, and the men in the comments are crazy. Like it's not even funny to me. And it's like a forum. I feel like Instagram has become like a porn website. I don't even find myself using it like how I used to. And I was a person that used to do this. I used to use my beauty to learn certain attention. And like without even knowing it too, you're like, well, like it's a different time and like, it's Instagram and you have to be a baddie if you're on Instagram, but like I have to disagree because it changed the way my relationship was. It changed the way on both sides too. I feel like they lack fulfillment, they lack boundaries, they lack self-discipline for themselves. If a man can't control his eyes and only have it for you, he could not give you that full attention that he's giving attention here, he's giving attention here, he's looking at this girl, he's looking at this girl. It's like there was an episode of oh my gosh, there was an episode of Drake and Josh, and I'll never forget it because it literally changed my mind. But in the episode, I think it was Josh was working at the premiere, and Drake went to go visit him, and he was like doing like a date test or like a date contest, and he was like, women are like candy. He was like, some days I want a Nutter Butter, and some days I want a Tootsie Roll, and some days I want Hershey's, and the next day I want some like some Skittles, and I just really do believe that this narrative is being pushed onto men, and I find it really sad because I believe that we need men as women. Like, as much as women disagree with that, I hear a lot of debate of like, we don't need men and F men, and we gotta outdo it myself, and these men act like women and stuff like that. But it's like, if you're gonna act like a woman and a man, like, it's one thing to be a woman and be in your power and to do these things, but to be a woman and also take the weight of being the man in the relationship as well feminizes the man. And I feel like it pushes him in a corner where he can't help but look other places. And I feel like a lot of the women today don't even know how to have genuine, real relationships that are based off like intentions, not just appearance and I'm lonely or you gave me that validation or you're there for me when I have a bad time and we have dates together or whatever the case may be. I just feel like a lot of women today are ignorant when it comes to how to have a relationship with a man and how to set boundaries and how to attract that. We have to remember too that like when these things happen, it's because, like I said, I was doing that. I that's probably even how I even pulled him in. But like I was seeking a type of validation, attention. And you know what's crazy? I never followed any men. Like I never followed any men. I just would love looking at the girls in my city. I live in Vegas, so I would like look at all the girls in Vegas and all the creativity and all the different just uniqueness, and I would just be like, "Yeah, there you go, girl. Like I love you. Beautiful. Have a great day." And it was like, you know, it was weird the fact that these girls were like following my partner, and it was weird that they were like being photographed a certain way and he's liking it or viewing it and like we're not talking about it. I also believe that because of a lot of the reason why men do this is because, in my opinion, is their childhood trauma. So I believe that they had to have witnessed or experienced some type of cheating or betrayal in their lives or mixed signals of like, because so and so does this behavior, it confuses you because, like, let's say for example, like, let's say a boy is with his father and his father kind of like flirts a little bit with the cashier clerk, and the son's like, I thought you only did that with mom. And he's like, well, this is just a little thing that I do, like, don't worry. But like, it's the little things like that that program these men. And even music and like the things that we have in today, it's so freaking sad. But like, I feel like men are also pushed in this narrative of like, I have to do this because this is what men do. Because we're like a fatherless community, you know, where like it's like up to the woman to be the man and the woman. It's like, and these aren't just things that we choose. This is things that we're dealt with, things that we live in. This is environment. This is habit, circumstance. So I feel like a lot of the time when men do this trait of just looking at women and following them, I feel like they're having relationships on platonic levels um, with other women. And it's really sad, unfortunately. I feel like every girl that they look at too is it's crazy too because I've seen so many men like look at like for my girlfriends, I would look at like the girls that her boyfriend follows versus her, and it'd be like completely different people. I feel like that's due to like high expectations or unrealistic expectations is what I meant. Like unrealistic expectations. Like it's so far out there. Like let's say he's just following Demi Lovato and she just keeps posting like them thighs and the legs and the bathing suit. Um, it's seen as if like it's okay just because she's a celebrity, but it's weird because like you have your girlfriend that's here. I feel like the women that the men look at for real wish that they could be that man for that woman that they're following. So like if he is looking at Demi Lovato or if he is looking at Kim, like I feel like genuinely he feels like he wishes he could be that man to be with Kim. And I know that sounds like cliche, but like I genuinely feel like they lack so much on the inside and they're so hollowed in and they are so unfulfilled that they can't help but look like they can't help but like do that because they can't find they're not the man they want to be for you, they're not the man they want to be for themselves, and they're not that man that they want to be for that woman. And the closest thing that they can feel of being that man is following those type of women. um it's sad, honestly. It's sad because like it leaves women in a spot where it's like, am I not good enough? And like you need to look at all those women like damn, like even the like there's some people when I see I'm like there's no way that like you follow a bunch of like MILFs with built bodies like that. Like that's insane. And it's still not enough. It's still not enough. Like I just feel like when a man does that, I consider it cheating just because not only is the intimacy and the relationship building of the following and like keeping up with them, it's like the thought. Like it only takes a thought. Like I said, like if I look at a girl and I just keep looking, I'm like, dang, look at those titties, like look at that ass. Like you're imagining what it would be like to have sex with her. Like that's the truth. You're imagining what it's like to have sex with her and you're continuously doing like I don't have to even do that. Like I can just watch. Like I can just watch you and it just be a micro dose of it. Like it's a micro dose of porn. And it's sick because like I've seen some men's account, even my ex, like I would scroll like this and be like, what the fuck? Like, oh my god, like he has so many girls on there. I didn't even see my phone. But he has so many girls on there and like honestly, that's sad. Like the low downness of it is like sick. It is so sick. But I feel like those are just men that don't know how to have composure. They don't know how to have discipline. Like if a man is watching porn, he has no discipline. He is actually visualizing himself with another woman. Like the way they angle it and the way that they like the women or like the people that are recording, the way that they portray it and the way that they angle it is like very specific. I feel like they really want the viewer to feel like it's them watching and experiencing it at the same time. It's like crazy. So it's like you damn near are having spiritual sex with these people rather than physical. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people don't see harm in it just because they're like, what's porn? Like everyone watches porn, but it's like no they don't. I feel like things are portals. Like your phone, like this is the portal. Like how is it black and it goes to that? It's a portal. It's a reflection of light. It's a reflection of my eyes. It's a reflection of color. and it translate into a glass. Like, that's, what are you talking about? Like, that's a portal. Like, when you watch a scary movie, like, it's a portal. Like, we literally tap into it. Like, we allow it to come through the screen and we energetically feel scared. Like, it's scary. Um, I think it's necessary though to find the reason why your man does this and ask, like, what do you like about that? Because like there was a time where I started to try to like look like those women and like ask myself, like, am I not pretty? Like, and I'm not even trying to be rude because I have my, everyone has their own beauty, but I genuinely didn't find any of those women attractive. And I feel like that's the point, because it's not like this that's attractive, it's this that's attractive, and the fact that I'm showing you so much makes it feel like you're basically dating me because you're not getting enough in your relationship, you're not getting enough in yourself as a man. And that's basically it though, because man, I mean, make my friggin' eye twitch, but that's basically it though. I just wanted to share my thoughts and opinions on why I feel that men watching or men following girls and doing all that stuff, and like, why your partner is following so many girls on Instagram, and the truth behind it is because like they're suffering from their inner child. Like, they don't have discipline, they don't have a man, they don't have, they're comparing themselves to other women and men, and they're not unfulfilled. And um it's not about intimacy, it's about admiration. So it's just about, you know they like the fact that these women have these qualities, and maybe it's in you, maybe it's not, but I feel like it's overindulging into women. Like, your eyes should be set for one person. I don't feel like I can't give my full energy to you if I'm constantly looking at porn. Like, because I'm giving my energy, my time to these people. I feel like immediately when you watch it too, like, you literally feel guilt and you delete it. Like, when you cheat, you have to do it in private. Like, it's not just like something you just do. Like, you do it in private, and it becomes a habit. And I feel like these are things that today we normalize, and it's fucking weird. Like, but yeah, that's my video on that. Um, Leave a comment on what you guys think. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I delusional? Am I just coming up out of my butt with these things? I don't know. Just my experience, my interpretation. Let me know what you guys think, and I will post another video sometime soon. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.